And I actually caught her sniffing, put it on the nose to sniff it, made direct contact with the nostrils. Hey guys, welcome to Larger Than Life with Chris, and today I would like to share with you some very important things that you can do in the buffet restaurant and what are things that you can't do in the buffet restaurant. And I've just had a lovely breakfast right in this place, and this is a nice buffet restaurant in a hotel, in a 5-star hotel, and this is where service meets excellence, and the staff here has been really fabulous. They serve really good breakfast and a good meal. Now, how to make sure that you are having and enjoying a meal even better. Now, here are some things that we like to talk about today. What are the things? 5 things that you can do in a restaurant, 5 things that you can't do in a buffet restaurant like this one. Now, if this video adds value to you and if you'd like to be part of the Larger Than Life with Chris community, click like, subscribe, share this video and ring the bell so they can get future notifications of video just like this one.
It's larger than life with Chris.
Being a person who worked in the hospitality industry for quite some time, which I've been traveling about, here are the things that I've observed throughout my travels and throughout my experience that really helps you to become a better diner and a better customer to the staff who serves you, who takes pride in their service to serve you. Now, the first one, let's look at the things that we can't do, which is the first 5 don'ts. Now, first is, I call it a 5S. First one is do not stack. Now, whenever you go and take your plate to the buffet spread, you need to take food, am I right? So when you go and take the food, try not to stack your plate with a lot of food on top of it. Now, as in a regular running buffet restaurant, you have a fusion of Asian food, Western food, and some of the local mix as well. Now, you want to enjoy the food individually as they are. Now, you do know that they have soup, appetizers, main course, bread, pastry, and also lastly desserts. Now, best that the food are best enjoyed when you do not stack them, because you like to enjoy them individually as they are. Get the full flavor that comes out from the food that is being served to you, because they have been prepared for you and well done for you by the chefs, by the kitchen crew of the restaurant or at the hotel. Now, I once remember working in a hotel resort just like this one, a complaint that came through to the staff, and the complaint was that the food doesn't taste nice. But it's really a nice 5-star, really good restaurant, and it's tastefully ambience done, and the environment is really nice, and the staff and the guest was complaining that the food wasn't good. Now, and when the manager of the restaurant asked further, they asked, how did you actually take your food? So the guests have just naively informed the manager that he or she had piled all the appetizers, the main course, the dessert, the fruits in one plate, and he or she tried to have it at one go. Imagine how it tastes like. Wow, I think it's mind-blowing how you actually try to have your meal like that. Now, again, try not to stack your plates when you go and fetch your meal at the buffet counter. Next is don't stuff. Now, try not to stuff yourself, because thinking that you like one item or thinking that the item will go out of the buffet line fast, therefore you take a lot and try to stuff yourself, and you'll be stuffed with just one item and you won't be able to enjoy the rest of the food variety that is available. So try not to stuff yourself, because I believe in the buffet spread there are a lot of choices, and some restaurant even has hundreds of varieties of dishes offer and available for you. Now, the next third S is do not sniff. Yes, you heard me right. Do not sniff. Now, I've once come across a lady when I was working in a hotel, where this lady was visibly just got off the plane and she just checked in, and probably she just feeling hungry, and she was going around the buffet counter, and I actually caught her sniffing, taking with her hand, taking a piece of bread, a slice of bread, picking it up from the counter and putting it on the nose to sniff it. Now, I couldn't really tell you guys whether that slice of bread made direct contact with the nostrils of this particular lady, but she really did sniff the bread. And are you guys ready for this? After she sniffed the bread, you would think that she would have taken the bread and enjoy it, right? But she put the slice of bread back into the buffet counter. And I was mind blown. I was like, whoa, what is this, man? I didn't expect this. I mean, why would you want to sniff something? Even in the first place, why you want to sniff? Secondly, why would you want to put it back into the serving dish? Wow. I mean, guys, don't do that. Don't do that. Number 3, do not sniff. Now let's move on. Number 4, no spillage. Spillage means, another word for spillage is wastage. Now, we've seen a lot of people have gone to the buffet counter. They've taken a lot of food. They thought they're very hungry. Understandably, they've been through probably a long day and they're very hungry and they're taking a lot of food. But it is okay if you take the food and you can finish it at the end of your meal. But some people, they overestimated themselves. They're being a little bit too ambitious, so they've taken the food and they could not finish the food. Therefore, they are being left behind, and that becomes spillage, wastage. So what happens after that? Well, some hotels or some restaurants, they will throw out the food entirely, or some hotels or resort, they will salvage the leftovers. Probably they use it for animal feeds, or they serve it to the wildlife in the forest reserve of the hotel. But then again, how much you take is really important on how much is being wasted or is being eaten. So try not to be too over ambitious. If you can't finish what you cannot eat, then take to your portion of your preference. That is the fourth one. Fourth, don't spill or don't waste. Now, last 5, do not serve. Now, what I mean by do not serve, now sometimes when you sit in a restaurant like this one, it has an outdoor section which you call an alfresco, or an open air, or it's a cafe that has an open access to the outdoors. So when you have outdoors, you're bound to have birds. So if you have birds, it's very tempting to serve or to pass some of your meals or your leftovers to the surrounding birds so that they can enjoy the meal, right? Well, not so really. Now, some of the experts in the wildlife nature conservatives would say that try not to feed the birds, because birds or the wildlife animals, they belong out in the wild. Therefore, they have food available to them naturally out in the outdoors. But when we try to give them food that is from our table, we are actually disrupting the circle of the ecosystem, where they will now come and depend on us, or come to the restaurant, or come to the alfresco restaurant for food, and that will actually disrupt the entire system. And when they start doing that, they will not go out looking for food anymore. They will just come, and when they come at the restaurant, the effect that happens after that is really, really messy, because when they come and eat thinking that they can have food easily here, they will start to soil. Now, they soil the place, they soil the chairs, they soil the tables, they soil even the napkins on the table. Now, come on, we don't want the bird to come foraging for food and stepping over your napkins that you're going to put and wipe your mouth with. And really, we don't want that. So I've seen a lot of hotels that are having huge challenge of not able to control the surge or the birds that is coming in to eat at the restaurant on a daily basis, especially in the morning at breakfast time. And that really becomes a challenge for the restaurant, for the hotel. Now, enough of the 5 don'ts. Now let's look at the 5 do's. Now, what are the things that you can help, or you can do, or you are encouraged to do when you dine at a buffet restaurant? Now, you are first, I will call them as 5 R's. First one is reuse. Now, whenever you take food from the counter, you have plates, bowls, and sauces that is available to you. Try as much as possible to reuse plates that you have taken for your food, and if they're not dirty or they're not soiled too much or entirely, you can always reuse them. Take it back from your table and bring it back to the buffet counter to get more food. Now, guys, I know that your meals, you have worked hard for your meals, and you pay for your meals the right way, and you work hard for the money. I know some of you may be thinking that yes, I deserve to have clean plates, clean crockeries, and clean cutleries all the time. Yes, you are absolutely right. But what I do is when I go to restaurants, I'll teach my kids as well. We try to reuse back the plates or the crockeries that we have taken, so that the staff of the restaurant, the staff of the hotel will not have to carry so much of the dirty or the soil plates with them, because they have stations around the restaurant which they have to clear afterwards. So if it's one less plate used, then it's one less plate for them to carry or clean. Yeah. Then the next R is recycle. Next R. Recycle means try to be environmentally friendly when we dine in restaurants. The use of plastic items such as stirrers, straws, plastic bags or takeaway bags, try as much as to recycle. If you are familiar to a buffet restaurant where you dine often, bring your own containers, bring your own food packets that you use at home and which you can recycle. Bring your own plastic bottles, your tumblers, your coffee tumblers. That will really, really useful and will reduce the amount of trash that is left behind by restaurants and so on. There's the second R. Now the third R is be responsible. Now this ties into what we talked about just now as do not spill or do not waste. By being a responsible diner, you take as much as you want or as little as you want. Make sure the portion is enough to your preference, and you enjoy the food and finish the food. Make sure there's no leftovers. That's what it means by being a responsible diner. Now, whenever you also use your own plates to recycle them, you go back to the counter, you bring more food using your own plates. That is also part of being responsible as well. That is the third R. Now, the fourth R is respect. Now, what I mean by respect is when we dine in a restaurant like this, we always want to cultivate the habit of respecting other diners, and especially the staff or the employees or the crew, the restaurant crew of the restaurant or of the hotel. Now, respect means we want to be kind to them. We want to just show them gratitude, tell them that they're doing a good job. This morning the whole place here were packed out. It was jam-packed with customers, and they have been working, the staff of the restaurant were working tirelessly, and they did not complain at all. They still have to keep on smiling, keep on being cheerful to everybody, and really it takes a lot of effort. Just like right now, they're actually cleaning up the place, and I just want to sit in the corner. I just don't want to disturb them or distract them too much. Be a responsible diner, and really everyone loves a responsible and kind customer anyway. So show the kindness, show the love around, show each other kindness, and go around, spread all the good things around, because it matters to do things right. Now the last R is respond. Fifth R is respond. Now what I mean by respond is whenever you go around the buffet counter, when you see things that are not right, like for example, the common spoon or the common clippers, or some of you call tongs, is dropped to the floor, or is dirty, or some children, like my kids sometimes, they pick things up with their bare hands from the buffet counter, which they thought is alright, but I always tell them no, it's not alright. You must use a common spoon, a common fork, or clippers to take the food. Now if you see this happening, respond, tell the staff, go and respond to the staff, say that okay, this spoon is dirty and this food has been dropped on the floor, or there's oil on the floor. Respond, be responsive, communicate just with everybody, and communicate with the staff as well. Tell them what is need to be changed and what needs to be switched on. Maybe the soup is not, the soup warmer is switched off already. So be responsive. Yeah, so these are really the handles that we should all use whenever we dine in a restaurant, especially if I dine with my kids. I would really want to educate them. I want to show them, model to them that when you go out and dine like this, it's really to be enjoyable, we must follow certain rules and follow certain guidelines that we have in a buffet restaurant, so that everybody enjoy their meals, everybody enjoy their drinks, everybody have a good time. That's all we are looking for, and that's all what we want at the end of the day, and that's what makes life enjoyable, and that's how I live life larger than it is. Yeah, so if that's it, that's the 5 do's and the 5 don'ts. The 5 don'ts are: don't stack, don't stuff, don't sniff, don't spillage, and don't serve the birds or the wildlife. Now the other 5 do's that we recap is the 5 R's, which is do reuse, do recycle, do be responsible, do respect each other, and also do respond. Yeah, so I hope that these guidelines will be useful to you, and if this really helps you and adds value to you or to your community, share it around, share the love around, and just give guidelines and give a handle to everybody, so that we can just enjoy our time going into a restaurant. And before I sign off, I just want to say that we have our breakfast this morning. The staff here, the people here has been lovely. They've been taking care of everybody, and we just really enjoy ourselves. And I often tell myself to be grateful, to be thankful, and that we are blessed to have all this available to us for us to enjoy. And while we have them to enjoy, we must become good patrons and good guests always. That's how I should think we should live all our lives here. So thank you so much, guys, and if this video adds value to you, do click subscribe, and give me a thumbs up. If there's any comment or any questions you might like to add, you can click or comment down below, and share this video out so that others will be blessed as well. So see you next time on Larger Than Life with Chris. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Look out for more. Ring the bell so that you have more videos like this in the future. Thank you, guys. Larger Than Life with Chris, signing off.
Larger than life with Chris. Larger than life with Chris. Dun-dun.